for my friend's camper van. It's just going to be a wooden step, so he doesn't have to take that one big leap into his van. It's going to all be out of treated wood, so it'll be nice and durable. I'm going to be talking about the size, the colours, what type of wood I'll be using, the processes I'm going to be doing, what screws, along with many other things that's going to come up along the way. I don't really have a solid idea in my head of what we're going to do, but for the people who are watching this video when it's on demand for you and not live, you can just pan through the parts where you think may be boring and pan along. But for you live viewers, we'll have a chat and any questions, and maybe you can even help me decide on a few things. So because it's for a camper van, what should I do? I'm looking for some sort of design to see if I can like design it here. So that's my wood, and then I'll have that's a leg with a piece there. They're going to be 3x2s. We'll have one going across there, and then it'll be the exact same on the opposite side for the other legs. My drawings are not the best, but pretty sure you can see what's going on here. And then it'll be a piece going in between them. And for here, it'll be that piece there, because this piece does actually go across there. So that's one piece, it's another, and it'll be the same for across that side. Yeah, so right here then we have that piece there. So it'd be a piece. Actually, them pieces can be 2 pieces of wood. So the top is made of 3x2. Well, I'm in 2 different minds at the moment of whether to, because I also have 4x1. I don't know if I should make these pieces 4x1 or make it all. So obviously down here there's going to be another support which goes along that way. Thank you for joining, buddy. We just designed a little stool. I'm good, thank you very much. I'm just designing a stool for a camper van. I've literally just started, so I can talk you through it if you want to. Thank you very much, appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm going to be using 3x2 and 4x1. 4x1 is going to be the top of the stool here, and these are the 3x2s. I'm thinking of staining the 3x2s black, and that way we can have a nice 2-tone balance. So stain these like a clear varnish after sanding them, and then have these legs and these members. I might need to like put a bit of wood that goes across these just to support this leg to this leg. That'll be adding that sturdiness. It's all out of treated wood, so it can be used on grass, on mud. You know, you could wash it off. We have a few more people in here now, so thank you very much for joining. So this top bit will be light, and all this is going to be stained in a black, a light stain, so you can still see the grain through it. The top plate then, so the part you step on. So as a bird's eye view, there for you. Looking down at the stool, you would see these bits here, which would be stained black. So yeah, I would have all the top of all 4 legs. On the top of this 4 legs. So these would be stained black as you're looking down on it. And then you would have your supporting bits here. So we would have that. So that's one piece of wood going in there, notched in. And this would be a clear stain. And then it'd be the same with this one, half notched. Thank you very much. I'm trying my best for you. So then this would be clear stained, and there can be a thinner piece of wood either side. So we got that symmetry. So the distance here to here are equal. Both of them would be equal to each other. I think these should be made out of 4x1s, so they slightly thinner type of boards like that, rather than a board like that. That's like a typical floorboard. Yeah, thank you very much, buddy, for the sub. I appreciate that. I need all the subs I can get. It's this race to 4K right now. It's one of the reasons why I'm live streaming. Our community of new content creators on YouTube needs to be really promoted. And I appreciate everybody that tunes in. If you want to go to my channel after this live stream and watch my videos, I'm still in the process of learning how to edit them and putting them all together for you, but I'm slowly getting better at it. I do things like car repairs and DIY projects for the home, so I will do the mechanic repairs on my friends and family's cars, and then I do all woodworking process stuff to go. Keep at it, buddy. Keep at it, honestly. 38 subs is a great start. I believe I'm only at 70, you know, so you're not far behind me. You know, get your shorts out there, make them, drive your subscribers in. So yeah, so we talk about the dimensions of this now, what type of size and stuff. So for ideally, I'm gonna break this down for you. So 4 pairs of trainers is ideally what I want to fit on this. So like 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm saying probably about 40 centimeters wide. Are you from the UK? If you're from the UK or you're not, let me know. And because in the UK we use centimeters, we don't really use the inches. So I say that would be probably around about 15, about 19 inches is about 40 centimeters. So I think about 40 centimeters, and then this way I only want it to be about 23 centimeters. I don't think that's right actually. So 30, 12, it's about 15 inches, I think. And then this end is probably about 10 inches. And the height of this So I've spoke to the person that I'm building the van for, the step for, and he's happy with the height of the step being 25 centimeters in height. That's meters and kilometers, is it? Ah, okay, so we use centimeters and millimeters, but then we use miles. We also use meters. So we use our millimeters as our smallest. Sometimes we do go into an inch. Then we have our centimeters, our meter. We also have things like a yard, which is 3 foot. I do sometimes use feet, but my most common way I would say it is in centimeters. So I'm glad you understand what a centimeter is, and I don't have to end up writing 400 millimeters for you here. So that with the dimensions of this being 25, I'm now going to try and work out my cut list. So I know there's 4 legs and the height of this is 25 because I want that end to be there. So I know my cut list will be 4 times 25 centimeters. And this is all my 3x2 cut list. So that's the size of the wood, and then a cut list for my 4x1. That's the size. So if we have 4 of them, we know this is going to be 40 and these 2 boards, so I'm going to need at least two times 40 centimeters for these middle 2 boards, because they got to go from end to end. Then we can go ahead and add I see I'm still in 2 minds whether to do this in 3x2. Let's work out this gap here. So with the thickness of this wood, I know 3x2 is 75 millimeters by 45 millimeters, or we have 7.5 centimeters or 4.5 centimeters. And I know I want this 23, so this bit here and this bit here is 4.5 centimeters. So no, wait a minute now, I've actually just spun that around in my wrong head. I've actually, this side is the 7.5 centimeters. I know this paper's getting a bit messy at the minute, but in a minute we will get our bearings, have a little decision of what I'm going to do, and then we flip the page and we'll draw a more detailed version of it. We are literally just sketching and drawing at the moment to get as close as an idea that I want. Thank you for another viewer joining. We now have 2 of you. Thank you very much. So is to determine the length of this bit now to hold our 2 legs together, which is one at the top and one at the bottom. If our total length is 23, so we'll take 23, and then we got 2 lots of 7.5 there. So that's 23, and then we need it equals that. So we know 7.5 is 15, so we need to take 15 from here. How are we going, everybody? Thank you for joining. I got that second one now. Hold on, give me a second. I just need to grab my rubber and stuff like that ready for when I start in pencil. So sorry about this. Give me 2 seconds. Just got to sharpen it now. Right, I'm back, people. Thank you very much. Sorry. Right, where were we? What was I doing? We were doing this. Right, so we got 15 and 23. That's 8. So we got 8 there. So I know this bit of wood only needs to be 8 centimeters, and it's 4 of them. So we have 4 times 8 centimeters in cuts. If you got any questions, guys, just write them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have. This is my 4x1. I don't think I'm going to do it with that, but let's concentrate on my 3x2 first. So I have these in my cut list, these 4, which are here. I now have these 4, which is underneath there, and that one underneath there. Hi, Sarah. I now have these 4 here in my cut list. Do I want to add a support going across here? I'm really worried about these legs kicking out with sturdiness, so ideally I think I do need to put a piece of 3x2 across there, which would be 4.5, so 4.5 plus 4.5 obviously is 9. So we have that 9 there. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like my writing. Yeah, so we got 9 centimeters, and if that's 40 across there, we know we need a cut of just one of them. I'd be happy with. So 40 take away 9 is 31 centimeter cut. We'll have one of them. And if we do want to use these, as I was saying, so it would be 15 centimeters. So I wonder if I could use them. So it'd be 15 plus 4 is 19.5, because it's 4.5 actually. And then the other 4.5 is 23, is 25 centimeters. So by making out of 3x2, I would be extending my length of my step from 23 centimeters to 25 centimeters, which I'm okay with. Or if I use 4x1, sorry, then I can make this bang on, because I can rip these bits. And I am in Wales. I can be able to rip these bits to a particular width. So we'll draw both versions nice and neat on the back now, because I think that's all my cut list. So it'll be 2 then. So if I do make these, it would be 1, 2. Oh, actually there's 1, 2 but there, so there's actually 3 of these at 31 centimeters. Because you got 1, 2, and then there's 2 at 40 centimeters. And that is a complete cut list for the... Where are you from? That'll be the complete cut list for the 3x2 stool. So that's it, completely made out of 3x2. So obviously the legs would all be the same. I just label our legs. This would be the same, so I would label them cross support. And these three would also, and I would put sides. Bottle of water. Where are you from? Like, yeah, so they would be the sides. One and two. So there's only two sides, and then one cross. No, that'd be Scotland, Loch Ness Monster. Scotland. That's north of Britain, Scotland, right up the top. And these are inner pieces. No problem, mate, that's fine. So if you did add 2x4s, some dimensions would change completely, but I'm happy to maybe even just leave it like that. It all depends if I can sand this wood up, because it's treated wood. It does have like a little bit of a green tint to it. But I could do some serious sanding on it, go through the grits, and get it really nice and smooth and get that grain to pop up. Thank you very much. I appreciate you staying all this time and watching, buddy. I appreciate it. We have a few watchers. Some people come and go, but you have stuck with me from the beginning. So the people that's joined now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, and you can join and stay as well along for this. I'm designing a stool or a step. Originally I was going to be a stool, but then I thought my mate needs a step to get into his camper van. So I've shrunk all the dimensions down and made it the perfect dimensions now for a camper van. So you got that initial first step before getting into the van. So with the dimensions I've decided is 40 centimeters and then 25 centimeters here. I know this may all look a bit confusing to you, but I'm in 2 minutes time, I'm going to turn the page and redraw it and give my final conclusion of it, and then talk about the colors and the stains and the grit that I'm going to go through, the sandpaper grits I'm going to go through to get this like nice and smooth. And then also the height is also going to be 25 centimeters. I've done my cut list here, and with this cut list I've designed all this to be out of the same size wood, so 3x2, which is, so when I say 3x2 wood, I'm talking in inches. So even though I do all these measurements in centimeters and millimeters when it's small enough, all our wood comes in inches. So like a 3x2, so it's 3 inches by 2 inches and 4 inches by 1 inch. My 4x1 is rough sawn, so it's going to take some good sanding, but I also don't want the step to be perfectly smooth. I might like add a bit of glue and put a bit of sand on the top, so in them wet weathers we can have the grip stepping on the step. So put like a thin layer of some sort of adhesive or see-through. I could even maybe add it into the paint, a clear paint, like a varnish. Beautiful idea. and then just sprinkle sand over it, and then every now and again we might have to like sort of resurface the grit on it to keep it nice and grippy. So we've done that. I am really settling on this idea of it all being the same wood, because the thickness of this just all comes together beautifully. It does indeed. Right, so I'm gonna flip over the page. I had no idea that was the date. Why is that? Why is that the date? It makes no sense to me. So now I know I've decided in 3x2, I'm gonna start again, and we have a few new viewers. So we can go ahead and maybe make this a little bit bigger. I wish I could write like that for you, but it's really awkward with the camera being there. Oh well, that's good to know. Thanks for the information. So it is a little bit of a problem here. I might have to notch the wood as well. Hi. We've said hi, but I think you're saying hi to the new viewer. So let's draw this again and see if we can go into that a little bit more detail and make them, because even though we've drawn this, there is still a few problems with this, with the thickness of this wood. If I want to have my wood the other way, I can't really decide. I did have sort of a picture that I had in mind as a bit of a inspiration. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find that photo again. Let's see if I can find that photo on the iPad here. Let's see if we can find it. I have no idea either. People just scroll. It's so easy just to people just scroll on to the next video these days, and it's me not keeping them engaged. But I appreciate you. You've done brilliant for me. I really appreciate you. Let's see if I can find this photo. Oh, we have another viewer. Thank you very much. No, not for the life of me can I find it now. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, so he set his legs the other way, I think. Right, okay, so I think, yeah, right, okay. It's good in Wales. This weather's pretty good around here. We've had the rain, we've had a lot of forest fires close by, very close by. Some houses have had to be evacuated over the other valley, just over the mountain. So there's no harm here where I am. We're completely fine. We've had a lot of smoke in here and a lot of smells, obviously, as you can imagine. So just keeping the windows shut. So with this, so this is my 3x2, and I'm gonna flip my legs the other way now in this drawing, which makes way more sense. And I've gone and drawn this too big to even fit on this bit of paper, but we'll just draw half of it, and we sort of of a dotted line. So this is my first 3x2, and the dimensions of this 3x2 will be 25 centimeters. And obviously this 3x2 is 4.5 centimeters this way, and 7.5 centimeters in this direction. Now, why this is important, because you got to remember that when I'm adding, so when my other foot is up here, like so, when that other foot is up here, like that, my total distance here to this corner, I want it to be 40 centimeters. So in order for me to work out the bit of wood that I want to attach in here, I know that the thickness of this wood is 4.5 centimeters and that. So with that and that, that's why with my mass, I am doing 4.5 times 2, which is 9. And then I'm taking this 40, and then I'm subtracting the 9, which gives me 31, which makes this piece 31 centimeters. Now then, I've made a little bit of mistake here. So that's the cross member bit. I've completely mucked that drawing up. I have completely mucked that drawing up. I'm happy to do that with that, actually. That can... Okay, buddy, see you in a bit. So, let's try again. What I did there is that gap should have actually been 25. Okay, so not 40, because I'm making the sides of my stools this length across here. That is 40 centimeters. Right, okay, which is absolutely perfect. So let's start again. Thank you for my 2 viewers. I don't know if these are 2 new viewers or whether the guy that's been here this time is still here. But I appreciate the 2 new viewers. So let's get into it for you. So I'm designing a stool. I've had my first draft and talked about it and written down some stuff, but we're gonna go through it again here now, because there was some little errors in this which would have made the dimensions not quite what I wanted them. So we're gonna start again. So look inside on from the stool, we would have our 3x2, like so. There, so that's my 3/2, so that's 4.5 centimeters, that's 7.5 centimeters. So we would have that there, and then my other one would be here, like so. Excuse my drawing, that line's definitely not very straight. Right, like that. And we know this distance. Now we're going to do it right, because we just had to check the other drawing away. But this distance is 25 centimeters. So we got 2 4.5s there. So we need to do 25, take away 4.5, take away 4.5. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. what I've done now is, I don't know if you were here for this one, but I drew this and realized that I had my woods in the wrong orientation. So I've started again here. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And if you can take the time to watch my content, that would be great. If some parts do bore you or anything like that, I would appreciate it if you just stick with me and keep coming back and looking at my videos, because they will only get better. I think you, like you said, you're a creator yourself, so you know that it takes time and things only get better. Right, okay, so then for this part, I'm probably just gonna have this bit up very little. So, sorry, we were doing the maths, weren't we? So we got 9, 25 take away 9, so we got 16. So that'd be 16 centimeters. So the bit of wood that goes here to join these two legs together is 16 centimeters. And that would also now apply to this top piece. Which the wood would sit on, so that actually sits a little bit lower, because this is the two pieces. So if I can just actually get that in half. Well, I haven't quite got enough, so that'd be one piece of wood which runs this way across, which we would draw in a minute. And have that one, and then there's a block of wood which runs this way, just like that one. So we just extend this now. We should, like that. So we would have these here. And we won't actually see that because there's another bit of 3x2 that runs there, and a bit of 3x2 that runs there. And then we would have that leg. So once it comes to staining and all that, and so you can, that's it, that is like a, I don't know, like two pieces of wood either side with an equal sign in the middle of them. I suppose that's the only way I can simply describe that. Or you sort of got a H with two spaces out, so it just looks length of wood, and then you have length of wood going that way and a length of wood going that way. So let's show you where I would screw and put all this together. So to fit a screw would fit in there, one there and one there, and the side of this wood. This would be screwed here. Obviously there's screws that fit there. And we have this bit of wood here, so we could fit screws long ways to fit this wood to this wood. And then it's the same here, this side, two screws to fit this wood to this wood. Same the opposite side. And then we would have our center brace, which would go all the way from this cross member over to the opposite side cross member, which would be fixed with two screws in there to join that right there. And then that way, if we get these angles absolutely square, we will definitely be off to the races with that. Have these not stained. Like I said before, these legs, this cross, yes, I think that should be black. So all these are going to be black. The legs, Thank you for the next person that's joining. I hope you stay with us. I'm designing a stool. I keep saying stool, but it's a step. But this could be a stool too. It's going to be realistic. You could even design these to cascade, go under each other. So you could have a stool this size, and then bump it up by 14 centimeters. And then you'd have a stool that would slide over the top of that. And then you could have another stool 14 centimeters larger and go up. And then you have a set of 3. And to store them away, each stool would fit underneath each other. That is a brilliant idea for something that you got limited storage, like in a flat or something like that, or to reach up to high cupboards or anything. These stools will be perfect for that. I know that I'm saying they for a camper van, but this is multi-purpose. You can use it as a step, as a stool. You could store your trainers on it, a trainer storage unit. This could be whatever you wanted it to be, as long as you adjust the dimensions. So if you wanted it bigger, you just adjust it bigger. I'm explaining how you would work these things out as I go along. So if you wanted this 50 centimeters wide, and you knew that this piece of wood and this piece of wood is 4.5 centimeters thick, you just go through the same process. It'd be 50, take away 4.5, take away 4.5, and then obviously that'd be 41. So this piece would be 41. So it's brilliant. You can take this method and apply it to everyone. You can make a bench. You can blow it up and have planters either side of it. I've done that before. There's plenty of things coming up as well on the channel. But this video, I will be putting this video up of me making it. So I appreciate the people who watch this live stream and then go ahead and watch the video of me making it. Should I live stream me making it? I might live stream me making it and record it at the same time. Welcome back. And record it at the same time. So let me know in the comments if you think I should do a live video of me actually making this stool / step. But that is actually bang on now. So I'm going to do my final cut list, and we will work out all these lengths together right now here together. So it's all going to be made out of 3x2. Sorry if I'm repeating it for, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Mel, can I call you Melnick? Melnick Aurorica? Melnick Aurorica? I don't know if you were still here or somebody else is here now, but I appreciate you. So for the cut list, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 25 centimeters. Let's work out the measurements of this. So I know I wanted to make that 40 centimeters. I know that's 7.5 and 7.5, so I got to take away 15, which is 25 centimeters. Oh, that works out perfect. Look at that. I've written that now, and that's perfect. These are actually bang on. 25 centimeters. So it's actually 6 of them that we need there. Hi, thank you for watching. I just realized you've just come in. I don't know if this is my usual viewer. I don't know if he's gone because I haven't had any comments off him lately. So I think I've got one unique viewer again. Thank you very much. Hit that like button and that heart button. We have another viewer. Thank you very much. We're going through the cut list right now. We are. It's getting exciting. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. We got this, guys. We got this. We're going through the cut list now with this stool. Let's be very energetic. Oh, thank you, bud. I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much, buddy. We're going through the cut list now. We worked that one out to 16. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lengths of 25 centimeters. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 at 16 centimeters. I'm hoping I got enough wood to make this stool. Maybe I'll go and get the wood in a bit and bring a measuring tape up, and we'll have a little look and see where we need to adjust any of these measurements here. Come on, I think I got the wood. We should be right. I know I definitely got them 4. Well, I'm gonna get another 2 of them and then 2 of these. Yeah, come on. Let's be enthusiastic about this. So that's, see that 31. I don't think I'll be able to get that 31 and 2 25s. Let's do it. So it'll be 135. So then it's 2 times 40 centimeters. We might have to change this into 4x1. We might have to. I don't know if I could, because I'm building all this out of scrap wood, by the way. All out of scrap wood. So let's tick these off. We've done that one. We've done that one. We've done that one. We've done that one. And that's them 4. And it's that one and that one for the 6. And then it's 4 16 centimeters. There's 1 there, 1 there, and the 2 the other side. And then it's these 2 pieces here, which are 40 centimeters. And then it'll be 1 times. Oh, saying that, if we do put that in. Okay, mate, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you. 1 times. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing it live tomorrow. I'm not sure about time difference, but as I was just saying, I think I will do this live, but I might just live stream it off the iPad so I can still have my iPhone to record and do another video on the side and make shorts and everything from it. But yeah, tomorrow, I'm not sure what time it'll be for you. Let's say if I can. Maybe tomorrow I will go live at 12 o'clock for this. So that's 14 hours from now. What time is it for you 14 hours from now? Is that a reasonable time for you? $14 hours is good for you. Sound. So in 14 hours, I will go live stream. So that's midday for me. I'm not sure what time it is for you, but tomorrow we will go live at midday at 12 noon UK time to actually make this box. I hope I see you there, buddy, and I really appreciate you. We will be making all the cuts, doing all the sanding and fixing, and hopefully we can get the staining done all in one live stream, and we will get it going, and then I will edit it and get a long form video out there for you. But I've nearly finished myself, so I'm going to go ahead and just write this last cut list, this last one here, which is actually going to be 25 as well. So there's actually 7 cuts at 25 centimeters. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7th that goes along here. Sorry, the picture's not quite in shot. So we will go live tomorrow at 12, around about 12 midday tomorrow in the UK. We have one person that requested that, and I'm more than happy to do that for them. Good night, buddy. I will see you tomorrow in the stream. So thank you very much. See you again. Is there any other cuts? No, I believe we got all the cuts. So if I don't have the wood, how am I gonna have to make this? Maybe that's what I do for you guys now, for everybody else to stay in. I'll do another redesign, talk you through it again with using different types of materials this time round. So first off, we will still have the 3x2s as the feet, and we will still use the whole framing system, but it's the number of slats, so we won't draw it all again. We will draw the top view of it. So for you, it'd be like this, with a length of wood that we have to cut in there. Like so. Might even have to brace it all the way around because of that bracing. Definitely might have to. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Let's stop thinking about that. We'd have it like that. So if they're around about 9 centimeters, we got 9, 18, 27, which is too wide for me by 2 centimeters. So am I better off designing this? So if I want 25 centimeters that way, I think 9. So 25 take away 9, we have 16. So I'd have to rip 1 centimeter off each board. So this middle board would be 9 centimeters wide for this middle board. High. So this middle board would be 9 centimeters, while these both boards would be 8 centimeters on these boards. So then we'd have 8, 16, and the 9 would be a total of 25 centimeters then in width. And that would leave where the boards sit in there, then the legs sit inside here. That means I would have to notch 4.5 centimeters into the board, and obviously 7.5 that way. I think that results in a way sturdier step because of the way the plate is sitting on, and I was tying them all together. But with 3x2, because the width where I have my 3x2, and then I join my both legs with a 3x2, and then is 2 3x2s the opposite way, or flip 90 degrees. I flip them 90 degrees, and then that allows me to have 2 in it, with the top of my legs here stained black. And that would give me 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, 24 centimeters. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So tomorrow I'll be building and deciding on the top frame of this and what I'm going to go ahead and do. The actual framing itself. So this framing is all going to remain the same. It's just determining where this piece of wood goes. That's always going to be the same. I'm just going to leave it about 2 inches up. So if this foot ever sinks into mud, then there's a little bit of wood that goes across here that will stop it from sinking in the mud, because this is going to be used on a campsite. Hi, thank you for the view. I hope you stay. Obviously not. But anyway, we will go ahead and end this stream right now, and we will start a live stream tomorrow midday in the UK. So that's Saturday, UK the 29th. If you're watching this afterwards, you can go ahead to my channel, and I will already have this stream up, which you may have watched afterwards as well. And also, hopefully I got the long form up for you as well. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next stream.